Hi there and welcome to today's episode. Today's episode is all about being an empath and a highly sensitive person and kind of what that responsibility is like for us in the world today as I see it. This is strictly my opinion. Take it or leave it. So I just wanted to share that I made a post recently on Facebook about being a highly sensitive person, an empath, which I am, and what does that mean? Highly sensitive people it affects 20% of the population, and we have more sensitive nervous systems, so it actually affects your physical body. So obviously you're just more sensitive to things. You're more sensitive sometimes to sound, to light, to people, just really loud people just kind of like are hard for me to be around sometimes. Like this morning I was having breakfast at a cafe here in Bali, and there were these people, I don't know what language they were speaking behind me, but they were like, it sounded like screaming to me. And yeah, it just was like grating my nerves. Maybe that would do that to anybody, but I think a highly sensitive person, the difference with us is that we need alone time. We need to be alone to actually recharge our batteries, which can be considered an introvert as well. Again, just the difference is that the nervous systems are more sensitive in highly sensitive people. So people can be highly sensitive and not empaths. If you're an empath, you're pretty much also a highly sensitive person. And an empath, the difference between that is that we can actually pick up on and feel what other people are feeling. So this is where it gets really interesting, that, you can walk into a room and depending on what the energy is like in the room, if people are really positive, it's going to feel good. If there's some heaviness, if somebody's experiencing heaviness in some way, then that's going to feel heavy. And so a lot of empaths really struggle with personal boundaries, people-pleasing, and just getting drained very easily. It can actually cause depression, anxiety, chronic fatigue, and even addictions to alcohol and drugs, because it's just too much. Like we're just like, picking up everything in the world around us, and it's just a lot. So there's a lot of self-care things to do, and I think I've talked about that in another video. If not, I'll definitely be talking about it again in the future. Make sure to check out my Facebook group. It's for empaths and highly sensitives. It's called Women Rising. We'll try to remember to leave a link at the bottom of this video or podcast. And then get on my newsletter so that we can stay in touch, because I do give a lot of tips, tools, techniques for empaths and highly sensitive people. But my point of today's video is that, number one, it's challenging to be a sensitive person, to be an empath, but it's also our superpower. And a lot of people talk about this, but I want to take it one step further. So it's your superpower. It's how you can be a part of the change that this world needs. I feel very strongly about this. This is something that actually was, for lack of a better word, downloaded to my intuition. I really feel as a message to people. So I really feel that, I'm here to help empaths and highly sensitive people to overcome the trauma. A lot of us had trauma, I'm speaking for myself too here, as a child. Or we grew up with emotionally unavailable parents, or parents just didn't know how to love us. Or maybe you grew up with a relatively great family, but you were so different than your family that they would say, oh, stop being sensitive, or just get over it. Or they didn't understand how to work with your sensitivity, your emotions, and the way that you are. So that can feel very isolating and very, you can start to shut yourself down a lot because you didn't feel safe to be who you were. You were told, in fact, don't be that person, right? Be more like us. And that creates a whole skew of issues when it comes to relationships. Story for another day. Topic for another day. But my point being is, I really truly believe I'm here to help empaths and highly sensitive people to heal their past traumas and really learn to value themselves and get empowered. Because when we value ourselves, we love ourselves. When we value ourselves, we don't let people treat us a certain way. When we value ourselves, we set strong boundaries with people. We don't allow toxic behavior from others in our life. We don't allow other people to make us feel guilty. We make empowered decisions. We don't waffle back and forth. I still have to, push myself sometimes, but it's just like I can go into confusion and overwhelm so easily that I've had to develop a system for myself to help myself make decisions and move forward so I can be successful in life. So a lot of us are playing really small because it's not safe. The world has shown us, if you're sensitive, that it's not safe to step out there and be who you are. The world as we know it, as it's created right now, isn't set up for people with highly sensitive nervous systems. And forgive my voice, I'm still kind of getting over whatever it is I had while I was here. So I'm noticing my voice is feeling a little strained. I'm just going to drink a glass of water. So my point being is that being an empath, being a highly sensitive person, is challenging because we're not in a world that's set up to handle us. The world can be very harsh when you're a highly sensitive person. But my opinion is that our superpower becomes our ability, whatever that is. So, many people have different skills. I'm a healer, energy worker. So I help people release negative energy and in their homes, in their human suits, in their life, and to change their beliefs and stories so that they can move forward and live happier, healthier lives. Some people are mediums and psychics. Some people are environmentalists, and they have these ways of helping our environment to be better. Some people are massage therapists, helping people's physical bodies. This isn't about being special. Somebody commented on my post saying, oh, this is just about, honoring special people. Look, every human being is special, okay? We're all special. When you're a highly sensitive person or an empath, it doesn't make you more special than somebody else. It makes you different. It's like, having Tourette's syndrome or autism or cerebral palsy. It's like having a thing. Those people aren't more special than somebody that doesn't have it, right? It's about being different and working with what you've been given. Okay, because you've got two choices: fight it or work with it. And fighting it and trying to control it or resist it isn't really going to get you where you want to go. You're just going to end up frustrated and exhausted, right? So what I want to make this conversation about is working with that ability and owning it as your superpower. Greta Thunberg, I think is her name, she has Asperger's syndrome, which is on the spectrum of autism. And she actually talks about how that was her superpower in her being able to accomplish what she's accomplished for climate change and the amount of reach she's been able to have. And it's just absolutely amazing. So it's looking at whatever you've been dealt as being your own gift, if you can find the gift in it. And there are so many gifts in being a highly sensitive person or an empath. Okay? So number one is we've got to stop playing small. And many of us don't know how not to do that, again, because it wasn't safe. So, and it's also about finding where your gift is, and then over time, taking baby steps to being able to share that gift with the world, because that's the gift the world needs for it to be a better place. I really believe the empaths and highly sensitive people are the ones that are here to make this world more loving, each in our own individual ways, to make the world more loving. So that's kind of me on my soapbox today. Just really sharing with you just this really clear download that I received about how we can take something that's challenging and really turn it into a positive and use it to help this world that so desperately needs your gift. So if you're somebody who's struggling with understanding yourself as an empath or a highly sensitive person, struggling with setting boundaries with people, struggling with getting out there more, stopping playing small and owning who you are and your worth as a person, then I want to tell you very briefly, you can go back, there's going to be a video on why to do my Empowered Women program. I have lots of free things too available, so don't think this is just a pitch for me to tell you about my stuff, but I do want to tell you about my programs because they were designed with this purpose in mind. So that Empowered Women program will help you get all of those things. And then I have an alchemy coaching and healing training program. It's a certification program that is for those of you that feel the call to be more of a coach or healer or helper or server on the planet. You'll go through my Empowered Women program first, which is going to help you learn to heal and understand yourself better. And then you start learning how to work with other people. So it's a 9-month journey with me every step of the way, and a wonderful group of ladies that are so supportive and loving. And it's an amazing program. That's all I'm going to say about that. But to sum up this episode is to say that your sensitivity is your superpower. As long as you're willing to get out there and use it and put yourself out there so that you can help be the change that you want to see and that this world so desperately needs, right? Again, I really believe we are the ones that are here to show other people how to be more loving, how to treat Mother Earth better, and to be the ones that are here to help the planet evolve in a higher vibrational state. So it's a big task, and it's one that I believe can happen in our lifetimes, but it takes us all getting out there, stepping out there, being willing to put ourselves out there, and really help other people to see and understand. So thank you so much for watching or listening to this, and I really hope that this resonated with you. If it does, there'll be information below that you can check out any of my programs or get in touch with me, get on my newsletter. I send out super positive things twice a month, tools, techniques to help you stay in that higher vibrational state and really stop playing small so that you can get out there and value who you are, value your sensitivity, see it as your superpower, and go out and just rock the world. So leave any comments or questions below this video. Let me know what you think about it, and what do you feel like your niche is, your superpower? Is it more in mediumships, being a psychic, coach, healer, and do you feel blocked around that, or are you already out there doing your thing and helping to change the planet? I'd love to hear from you. Thank you again, and I hope to see you or have you listen to me again really soon.